Good afternoon, Chris here, aka Kermie, and welcome to Reading with Kermie. It is Tuesday, early afternoon. It's about 12:12. I just got myself out of the shower and thought to myself, it's time for Kermie karaoke. So welcome. We're on book 3 and we are reading Don't Stress the Small Stuff, It's Just Small Stuff, and book 3 is titled At Work. And we're on chapter 12. Are you ready for this? Turn up the volume and let's learn a little something today, maybe about ourselves and the world around us. What do you say? Alright. I was just reading the text, or I'll finish reading after the video. Anyway, chapter 12. Don't stress the small stuff at work, and it's titled, ready for this? Light a candle instead of cursing the darkness. Yeah, that actually sounds intriguing, so let's find out what this chapter has to offer, shall we? Alright. This is a strategy for better living that I have heard mentioned for many years. And while I sometimes forget to implement this wisdom, I try whenever possible to keep it in mind. It's extremely simple and reliable, yet often completely overlooked, as the title suggests. This strategy involves taking positive, solution-oriented steps, however small, toward improving a situation instead of complaining about it. Instead of complaining about what's wrong. It means being more a part of the solution rather than a reminder or reinforcement of the problem. I found that work is the ideal environment to practice this philosophy. Well, let's see what it brings, shall we? While we're working, it's easy to fall into the trap of spending our time and energy taking note and complaining about the wrongs of the world. True. The way things are, the economy, negative people, industry changes, greed, lack of compassion, bureaucracy, and so forth. After all, we are looking for verification that the world is full of problems. We don't have to look far to prove our assumptions. Yes, kid. What are you meowing about? I told you we're doing a reading with Kermie. Come and join us if you want. Okay, if you take a careful look, you'll notice that in most cases, commiserating with others about the problems at work or thinking excessively about them only serves to increase your own level of stress, thus making it even more difficult to do anything about the very thing that are bothering you. As we focus on the problem and discuss it with others, it can reinforce our belief that life is difficult and stressful, which of course it can be. When we focus too much on what's wrong, it reminds us of other things we disapprove of which we're different, which can lead us toward feelings of discouragement and being overwhelmed. It's interesting, however, to notice that in many instances you can not only make a dent in a problem, but actually reduce your own stress level in the process by simply choosing to light a candle. Parentheses, light a candle. Simply put, this means making a suggestion or taking a positive step towards improving a source of stress. It means putting increased emphasis on a potential solution and less emphasis on cursing the problem. For example, suppose gossip or talking behind others' back is a problem where you work. Rather than remaining resentful or frustrated, that this bad habit exists, see if you can make a tiny dent in the problem. Gather together a few of your friends and gently bring the issue to the table, but rather than accusing anyone, focus on your own contribution. Confess that you have been as guilty as anyone else in indulging in occasional gossip, and state that you are going to make a genuine effort not to do so. Invite others to join you. Make your invitation lighthearted and unthreatening. Focus on the positive benefit. Focus on the positive benefit of decreased gossip. Notice. Oh wait, I lost my place. Nicer feelings toward one another. Not having to worry so much about what others are saying about you, less stress, and so forth. In many cases, the people you work with will jump at the opportunity to join you, simply because you have taken the first step. Even if they don't, you will have taken a positive step toward the reduction of a nasty corporate habit. Either way, you win. I met Sarah in the Department of Motor Vehicles. She was the most helpful employee I've ever seen in the role she was performing in her line, which was moving quickly. People were smiling and leaving satisfied. She was friendly, courteous, and efficient. I couldn't resist asking her what her secret was. Here's what she said. I spent several years putting customers off with the excuse that's not my department. The truth was, at least half the time I knew the answer to the questions being asked, and in the most cases could have been much more helpful. Virtually everyone in line was either mad at me or disgusted by my bureaucratic attitude. At some point, I became fed up with my own sourpuss behavior and decided to change. Now, whenever possible, I help people out instead of putting them off and forcing them to wait in a different line. Everything has changed. Most people appreciate me now. I feel better about myself, and my job is a lot more fun. So how easy is it to light a candle? Question mark. Well, basically, I really have gotten the habit of lighting my candle at night. Not every night. Real candle. Not what the story was saying. But anyway, what I was saying, yeah, I have the habit of lighting that candle, And I've been slacking the last week or so or more. I need to get back in that habit of lighting my candle and doing my nightly meditation. Small solutions to those life stresses. And it has helped me a lot. I don't know why I quit doing that the last couple weeks, but I had the mindset goes back to my meditation thing because it's on my mind. I stopped doing that a few weeks ago because I had these new meditation tools that I read about and picked up, and I was doing it for a while, and then I just put it on the wayside a couple weeks ago. And I need to continue that. Why did I quit? Because I get frustrated. I'm like, what does this meditation do? It doesn't do anything. Well, yes, of course it does. It does many things. It can relax me, put me at ease. The goal of meditation, I found out, isn't to always quite that non-stop mind. It's to just put in perspective that yes, we can slow down, but that mind's going to be there. Just be aware of what it is instead of fighting it all the time. We're aware of it, or can become aware of it. Anyway, I think I'm kind of out of it today. Trying to wake myself up still. Maybe not enough coffee. About ready to meet a friend for lunch here shortly, so that'd be awesome. Anyway, that chapter was a good chapter. You know, what was the title of it? Light a candle instead of cursing the darkness. Physically and metaphorically light that candle, you know. There are solutions to those minor, they can be minor and major problems of life. It's how we react to them and how we can pause and instead of react, find some solutions in life, because they're there, you know. And it, like that chapter says, it's, you know, great practice for at work. That book's about is reducing stress factors at work, but it can also be part of our everyday life outside of work as well. But even though that, I'm glad they have that book and have these chapters, because work is a big part of everyday life. That's where we spend most of our day, or at least half of the day, our days, and good to have the solutions for everyday problem. Yes, there's gossip at work. I don't choose to be a part of it, and sometimes, you know, I do get into it, like we all can. That one way I have to like push back and say, hey, what's going on here? Let's find the solutions here. We don't need to be gossiping about everybody else. You know, a lot of gossip at work, so and complaining about the last shift that they didn't do certain things, dot 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 dot, and then we gossip about them. It's a circle that never ends, and until you end it yourself, you say, you know what, enough's enough. I don't have to do with that crap. But anyway, that's a good chapter, and I've seen my cat wants attention, so my sister's cat, Bings, wants attention. So I'm going to end this video. Hope you guys got something out of it. I did. That's just a good reminder that I need to get to my solutions again instead of react. Like meditate and whatnot. And anyway, thank you for that. Thank you for listening. I love you guys, and I'll talk to you soon. Peace.